How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we will be doing analysis on the British pound US dollar and also then the British pound Japanese yen. Before we get started, down in the description, guys, just go look at my preferred broker. These guys are brilliant. Again, you want your money to be safe, and trading through the right broker is always key. So go visit them. They've got brilliant spreads, margins, especially with currencies, indices like NASDAQ and all that. So just, do yourself a favor and go visit them. All right, so let us hit the charts. So what can we see on the British pound, US dollar? Now, we notice that it has been for a couple of days now and weeks has been in this downtrend. Okay, so currently what we see is, just want to pull a fib for those of you that do the swing trade thing. I'm more of an intraday trader. Somebody asked me the other day, but you've got that. I think we did do analysis on this last time. You got that little bit of consolidation or support area that was broken. So you could take your Fibonacci from that swing high to that swing low. There's a nice little entry that took place right there, and market move to the downside, hitting that 0%, which is your first target area. Just if you had to place that, it would have been a nice 200 and almost 70 pip reward. So, but currently what we see is market doing, and where's my vertical? There we go, my line tool. It's just, sorry guys, I'm just going to remove this and this, all the noise over here. All right. So we've got market that went and tapped into that previous low. All right. So we know that price action does, what it does is it goes and hunts those stop orders. So all the sell stops over here was basically hunted. So this was your previous low on the daily time frame. Market went and hunted that area. And now, will this be a double bottom? Basically, it bounced off that area. It's also a key area in the market. And will this be the turning point in the dollar, in the British pound, sorry, moving up to the upside? This is going to be key. We're going to be watching that area, especially over the next week. On a 4-hour time frame, let's see what it does. So I'm just going to highlight all those areas again. So I'm just zooming out a little bit so I can show you. So this will be, just going to make it a little bit bigger right there. There we go. So that zone, basically, that area, it's a big area because it's 4 hour. So that's a key area. So we see market bouncing off that area now for a second time. Bounced off it first, went and it came and did a second bounce. What we can also see is there. I'll draw it better now. So over there. Okay, there's a trend line running down. Came in, hit it a second time. So you can either just expand that to have that wedge forming, but also then you have a second trend going down. Let's just kind of mirror this one, yeah. It's not quite a mirror trend, but let's just draw it up a little bit. It's very close to. Okay, so we can leave it like that. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we have that downtrend moving down at the bottom. So what we want to see market is if there's any type of reverse in the structure. Obviously, there's going to be lots of structure areas here and lots of liquidity that market needs to go and tap. All right. So, but first of all, and first things first, is we want to see market break this trend line, break and close, retest it, and then carry on to the upside. So we want that area to be broken and retested. Just looking here quickly. Right there. So we want to get market, or let market go past that area at least. Then we know structure is broken. But before that, let's see what happens. I mean, price can again, just tap that trend line, come down, respect this area, and break to the downside. Once it breaks through this area over here, then we know we carry on to the downside. But currently, it's a waiting game. Patience, guys. I said it a couple of times, patience is key. Don't just rush into trades. Just wait and see what the market gives you. Okay, so on an hourly time frame, let's see what happens or what is happening. Relatively the same as what I explained. It's just a smaller trend line. So you can also draw the trend line down here. Let's just move it up. So basically over there. And just a little bit of a, there's a little zone at the bottom as well. Do that. Okay. So something like that. All right. So you can see that area over there. So what currently is happening is on an hourly time frame, you can see this, this key area here. So this area was broken. It was respected, broken, came up to retest that area, bounced off that trend line, coming up, and now currently it is heading towards the area. So for me, this, look at that, breaking that support and resistance area, breaking the trend line, supporting or respecting that support, carrying on to the upside. That is going to be the move. So this is what I will be waiting for. If it breaks and closes above it, comes and retests, run a nice Fibonacci. If it plans out, stick the buy and wait for it to play out. Then we can see market maybe going up to the upside. But otherwise, there's also obviously the possibility respecting market, respecting that area, coming down again and testing that trend line for the continuation to the downside. But also be aware that this will be your low on that 4 hour. So we will definitely be waiting to see what happens there. Again, excuse me, market can do that. Then bounce off that, forming that small little wedge area here until it makes a break somewhere. So wait for this breakout, retest, breakout, retest. Let's see what happens on GBP USD this coming week. Let's move on to British pound, Japanese yen. Let's jump on to the daily first. So on a daily time frame, just expand this a little bit. Ooh, what am I doing? Do that and do that and that. Then we can expand. So consolidation, accumulation in the markets. Right there. So we're waiting for that breakout to happen. Okay, that breakout can be either to the upside or to the downside. So on a 4 hour, on a daily time frame, you know, there's no initial trade yet. For me, if I was a swing trader, I would just, unless you were in this old buy area, I would wait before I climb out to see if it breaks to the upside. If it starts breaking to the downside, if you don't want to lose too much, just climb out the trade. 4 hourly. Let's see what's happening here. Lots to talk about on the 4 hourly. So I was looking at this, I was like, oh, there was nice sweet trades. So on a 4 hourly basis, what we can see is basically there's a lot of structure and all that in the market. But currently, again, we're facing this small consolidation area. If you obviously look at this beautiful trade that played out right there, swing low, swing high. Just want to show you this. Let's move it to the side. So price hitting that low, coming up, swinging over here to that swing high area. Excuse me. Coming back, retesting that area of the 62 right there. You know, hitting that. Where's that sweet buy area? Right over there. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. It's currently sitting on a ridiculous amount. So swing traders, you know, 73 pips risk that you had to take, or that you would have taken for a nice 230, let's call it, pip reward. But in any case, so currently you can see price hovering over that second take or second target area. Let's take the Fibonacci out. So what we want to see obviously is, like I said, over here it's a lot of accumulation in the market. So we want to see this break and retest. I was actually keeping an eye on this on a 4-hourly the last couple of days, just drawing that block to see if there's any movement that's going to happen outside, towards the end of this week, and it didn't happen. So my eyes are definitely on this area to see if there's any break and close and retest, break, retest, and then run. Same with the bottom side to see if there's any movement. If it's outside this box, we're going to clap it and trade it again. We'll trade it. So on an hourly time frame, nothing much to say because I'm looking at that box, and I'll show you now. Just keeping an eye out on this area over here, right there. Okay, that's it. So keeping an eye out to see what price is going to be doing. I don't want to be biased in all of this, but we did have that long run on on the daily time frame. You remember that huge run on the daily time frame? So maybe expecting some big retracement back, maybe a move to the downside for some bearish action. But again, market will tell us what it wants to do. We will see where price action is drawing towards, and then as soon as we see that direction, we climb into that direction. But again, patience is key. Never overtrade yourself. Wait for the setup to happen. Don't just think ahead and think this is what it is going to do. Assuming, anything that the market, once you start assuming what the market is going to do, you will be losing lots of money. Rather react to what it's doing and climb into the direction. So guys, that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell for more, analysis and strategies and all that coming. Yes, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and happy trading, guys.